speaking of everyone right of center. The America Firsters, the non-Trumpers, the never-Trumpers, the pro-Trumpers, the anti-MAGA, the pro-MAGA. We don't seem to agree yet or understand the threat that we face. We should be in unison. There should be one thing that unites all of us, that supersedes any of the areas where we might disagree. Despite all our differences, and there aren't that many differences, but they're healthy differences. The greatest threat to this country is the left of this country. It isn't the Chinese Communist Party that's destroying our kids. Xi Jinping isn't advocating genital mutilation surgeries.
I'm using my iPad
to minor children. He's not celebrating
because we got a certain somebody in my neighborhood.
Or printed trillions of unfunded dollars. It isn't North Korea or even Iran that's causing historic inflation and has catapulted our national debt to an incalculable $33 trillion. It isn't rhinos or even Tucker Carlson that's ruining almost every institution in our country. It's the left. If we don't understand that, if we don't recognize that, if we don't unite to fight that, then I think all really is lost. Too many conservatives on both sides of the Ukraine question or the Donald Trump question don't seem to have quite yet understood that for many conservatives, whether to agreement, and that's what we argue about, and that's what we talk about, and this week it's Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump and the Piers Morgan interview and the potential indictment of the president on ludicrous, absurd, pathetic charges. And these are important issues, but it serves the left when we lose sight of the fact that the great danger to this country is from the left. That is certainly something that every right-of-center American should agree with. And we should be able to find a way to unify, whether it's behind Ron DeSantis, whether it's behind Donald Trump, whether it's behind whoever it's behind. The danger we face is imminent. The danger we face is overwhelming, and it's quite potentially terminal or fatal if you don't confront it. And to confront it successfully, we're going to have a strategy. We're going to have a plan that we're all able to get behind. Too many conservatives think that every Republican who supports Ukraine should be run out of the movement, and on the other hand, too many rhinos are so obsessed with preventing a Donald Trump rerun that they want to excise, they want to cut out Trump supporters from the movement. And conservatives who support aiding Ukraine, and this is where I think Ukraine becomes an issue, don't seem to me to be as willing to immediately dismiss conservatives who oppose such aid as the many conservatives who, I wouldn't say are afraid of aiding Ukraine, but are skeptical of our plan and our approach, are willing to dismiss all those conservatives like me who support aiding Ukraine. It's a healthy argument to have. It's a necessary argument to have. But it shouldn't define us to the exclusion of all else. Now, these are just my opinions, obviously.
It's a beautiful day today. 71 degrees and I'm wearing short sleeves.
That strengthens our movement. Just as surely as I might disagree with you on a thought or opinion, if it's constructive, if it helps us understand the real threat, the real existential threat to the country isn't Vladimir Putin. Although I believe Vladimir Putin is a monstrous figure who absolutely poses a threat to the peace and security of the world. But a greater threat, and this is where someone like Gary and I might disagree, the greater threat to us, and this is where Gary and I actually agree, is our domestic left. That doesn't mean we shouldn't do anything about Putin, but
Our domestic left,
we should recognize and understand the far greater threat. All great powers in history have been hated. But history, if you look back, has usually delivered a pretty good reason for their hatred. But America, and I'm speaking here not just of, leftists around the world, but more primarily about leftists here at home, America isn't hated for any reason. It's hated for every reason. America's like George Orwell's, Room 101. Whatever your bugbear, whatever you find objectionable, you will find inside it. Whatever you're against, America's the prime example of it, right? The one reason why America haters here at home embrace environmentalism. If the U.S. were the typical great power, the intellectual class would be arguing with the U.S. that we're a threat to France, we're a threat to India, a threat to China, whatever it is. But because we're so obviously not that kind of power, the left has had to concoct a thesis that the hyperpower, quote unquote, is a threat. Not merely to this or that nation, but to the entire planet. We don't just threaten China or India. We threaten everyone. Why? Because we're Americans. Not
Hello, everybody.
Conventional great power designs, but because of our way of life.
I got you all on my tablet right now.
That's what they're trying to destroy.
We got a certain somebody driving around, so.
Tells me much about how unthreatening we really are. And maybe it's time we acknowledge that fact, and maybe it's time we stop being defensive, and maybe it's time we start going on the offense. Our enemies, domestic, have made a bet, and they're working to fulfill that bet, that we're decadent. They want us to be decadent. They're decadent. They're betting, and they're right, unfortunately, and we've got no intentions of
Maybe I shouldn't have gone.
that as recent political developments have demonstrated, we don't have a stomach for a fight. Now, you combine this with our government's total incompetence, and we've got the makings of a real existential crisis. A real one. Everybody knows that this isn't about delegitimizing or criminalizing Donald Trump. Because whoever you might support as an alternative to Trump, whether it's Ron DeSantis, whether it's Mike Pence, whether it's Nikki Haley, whether it's Howdy Doody, whoever it is, will be totally unrecognizable at the time the campaign is in. Because whoever it is Republican voters choose, whoever it is we select, will be completely redefined by the left. And when I say the left, I'm talking about all of the powers that control all of the cultural high points of our society. I'm talking about the media will uniformly transform through evisceration whoever the Republican nominee is. If it's Santa Claus will become the devil incarnate. If it's Mother Teresa will, by the end of this campaign, look more like Donald Trump than the Blessed Saint of Calcutta. Everyone knows that those people who control the media, academia, Hollywood, the music industry, the newspaper industry, television, all of corporate media, the government itself, the bureaucracy, that's who we're fighting. And the two-tier justice system that is so evident to everyone, it's not going to make a difference whether or not we oppose
I'm getting off
whether
here
or
for a
not it
minute.
sickens us. They'll win. They'll win because we haven't yet figured out a way how to do what they
Yeah, I know. I hear
do.
his
And that
big
is to
mouth.
unite. The left doesn't agree on everything, but they do agree.
I hope he behaves
on the
himself
one thing that makes them so dangerous, and that is
and
that
doesn't
the United
start
States is
any
evil,
hassles
that our country
like he
is
did the last
broken,
time he was
that
here.
we're racist. That
All right,
is
I'm getting off
their
now. We'll talk to y'all later.
uber belief, and they